For this Madden Guides video breakdown, I want to take a look at another Loop Blitz that you can set up. And this one's going to be out the nickel 3-3. And I realize this is one of the more popular formations as far as on the defensive side, as far as getting pressure on a quarterback. Now, the particular defense I'm going to show is one I haven't seen used yet, but I want to go ahead and show it to you. And not only am I going to do the Loop Blitz, I'm going to add another wrinkle to it, and that's to use the Turbo Blitz, and that's where I'm going to take control of a defender and get to the quarterback really quick. So let's go ahead and get into the video breakdown. The defense that I want to use for this video breakdown is called nickel 3-3 cover 1 robber press. Now, I chose this defense for three reasons. First off, the corners will always be in press coverage as long as you have base line turned off. So that's the first thing I want to point out. Number two, I like the fact that it also has the strong safety playing the deep middle, and then it has the free safety playing robber, so he's going to play a hook zone underneath. So that makes its defense real effective, in my opinion, especially against crossing routes. So that's the reason I chose this particular play for this video breakdown. As far as the playbooks are concerned, you'll find it out of these playbooks. Now, for the video breakdown, I'm going to go ahead and use the 46 playbook. Before we show the Loop Blitz as far as out the nickel 3-3 cover 1 press, I want to go ahead and take a look at the coach adjustments that I'm going to make. I'm only going to make one for this particular blitz setup, and that's just to go ahead and turn off the auto flip defensive play call. So make sure you do that if you're following along. The only other one I want to talk about is auto alignment. I'm going to set this to default. I'm going to show you why with this specific play, because it does make a difference, and I'll show that to you in just a second. Let's go ahead and get into the blitz setup. To set up the nickel 3-3 cover 1 robber press Loop Blitz, it's real simple to do. It's something you've probably seen already from some of the other nickel 3-3 defenses that guys have shown so far here on YouTube. And what you're going to do is you're going to call QB contained, and then you want to switch to this guy right here, which is going to be the right outside linebacker, as you can see on your screen. And you just want to move him where he's just to the outside of the right end. And you'll notice at this point, as I zoom in on here, you're going to see his blitz angle as you look at it. Or actually, it's QB contained right here. You'll see he's in QB contained. It's just to the outside. So make sure he's in QB contained. You don't want him where, let me show you what I mean by that. See how if I bring him in, you don't want him where he's actually blitzing and where the right end is actually in QB contained. Instead, you want something like this, as you see on your screen there. And then at this point with this particular defense, now normally I would take control of this guy right here, which is going to be the free safety, since he's going to be playing the robber. But because I'm going to control the quarterback with this particular play, I'm going to switch off just for right now. I'm going to go ahead and switch off to the nose tackle. So I'm going to run this, and I want you guys to watch the pressure coming off the edge. And it's just like any other Loop Blitz, what you've seen here. You're going to get that pressure coming from that right end. So let's just go ahead and run this, and you'll see what I mean on this. See right there, you can see he's coming in. We get the pressure on the quarterback. So that's the way to run that. Now, what I want to do is I want to go ahead and actually show you how to do the Turbo Blitz with this, and it's going to get you some really quick pressure. Before I do that, I want to go in instant replay and take a look at how fast I was able to get to the quarterback with this Loop Blitz. Now I just want to go ahead and take a look at how fast I was able to get pressure on the quarterback from the right end. Now remember, we've got the Loop Blitz being set up here. So as I've already talked about, what you have here is you have this defender right here, which is going to be the right outside linebacker in QB contain. And then you have this pass rusher, which is going to be the right end. He's going to be coming in this direction here. Now, what's going to happen here is you watch this guy right here, which is going to be the left guard. He's going to slide out and try to block in this area here, as well as the left tackle. But with the Loop Blitz, for some reason, that doesn't work out where they end up blocking both those guys. Matter of fact, what's going to happen is they both end up looking to block, in this case, end up looking to block the right outside linebacker, which makes this Loop Blitz so effective. And that's going to allow the right end to get pressure on the quarterback pretty quickly. So what I want to do, I've got the ticker up. Let's go ahead and run this with the ticker on and see how fast we can get to the quarterback here as you watch this. So right there, it's 3 seconds, just over 3 seconds. And one of the things you got to watch here, he kind of takes a really wide angle. And I'm not sure why he's doing it on this particular play, but he does take a wide angle there. But with that said, you can still get pressure quicker by doing the Turbo Blitz, and that's what I'm going to show next as we go through this in the next setup I'm about to show. This time I want to show you how to use the Turbo Blitz along with the Loop Blitz to get pressure on a quarterback, and the setup's exactly the same as I shown before. We're going to call QB contain. Next, we want to take control of the right outside linebacker, bring him into this area here just outside of the right end. You can see right now there's his blitz angle. And then we just want to simply switch off to the right end this time rather than a free safety or whatever other defender that you might want to control. And with this one, all we're going to do is we're going to be pounding on the A button here as you look at your screen right there. So we're just going to keep pounding on that once the ball is snapped, and it should allow us to get past the quarterback. And that's the idea of this. So let's go ahead and run this and take a look at it. By tapping on that A button, I can get to the quarterback really quick, such as what you saw on your screen right there. Let's go ahead and back into instant replay and take a look at that, and I'll show you how fast I got to the quarterback with the ticker. Earlier in the video breakdown, I showed you how to get pressure from the right end by setting up the Loop Blitz out of the nickel 3-3 cover 1 robber press, where the right end was controlled by the CPU, and it took them roughly, 3.4 seconds to get to the quarterback. Now what I want to do is go back in instant replay, such as where we're at right now, and use the ticker. And remember, this time I'm actually in control of the right end. I want to show you how fast I got to the quarterback. So let's go ahead and do that while using the ticker here and see how fast we can get to the quarterback. And right there, you can see right there, as you look at your screen, we end up getting there almost a whole second faster. Matter of fact, it is a second faster. It's 2.42. So 2.4, we got to the quarterback a whole second faster by doing the Turbo Blitz. So hopefully this is something you can use right here that's going to allow you to put some pressure on the quarterback on occasion. Now, I'm not telling you guys to use this all the time. I will tell you this, if they patch it, as far as the Loop Blitz is concerned, I still believe the Turbo Blitz is still going to work on some other blitz setups, and hopefully I'll be able to show you guys some more here on the YouTube channel for Madden Guides as far as some of those type of blitzes. The other thing I want to point out with this cover 1 robber press out of the nickel 3-3 is this defense, I feel, does a pretty nice job, and you still get the Loop Blitz, plus you still get some nice coverage. Remember earlier I talked about some of the coverages and why I chose this defense. Well, it's right here. I love this right here where this guy's playing the robber right there. And then, of course, over the top, you're still going to get the deep middle being covered. So at least you have somebody covering some of the deeper routes. So with this particular defense, it does take away some of those routes that are coming over the middle into deep middle of the field, such as what you're seeing on your screen here. As you look at it, as you go through this, we've got pretty much a lot of the guys covered. And as you look at it, not a whole lot of options for my opponent to throw to. Maybe he might be able to get to the tight end over here. You know, he might be able to throw it here before he gets sacked. But other than that, there's not a whole lot open. So I just want to point that out to you. I realize there are other defenses you can set the Loop Blitz up out of the nickel 3-3 or other defenses as well. But with that said, this one I feel like does a pretty good job. Plus, I was able to get some pressure on the quarterback. In another video breakdown, I want to go a little bit more in depth with this particular defense, some other things you can do with it. But for now, I just want you guys to realize that this defense does a pretty good job with the Loop Blitz and the Turbo Blitz combined. So that's really what the video breakdown is about. So hopefully this is something that you guys can use to apply pressure on a quarterback as far as out of this particular defense of formation and defensive play that I'm showing. So guys, I appreciate you guys watching the video breakdown. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe if you haven't already. And also don't forget to leave me a thumbs up or post a comment. It helps me get up faster up there as far as with the YouTube, as far as getting my stuff and my content out to everybody else who wants to look at it. So again, guys, I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video.